No, you know what? I'm going to go to our special guest because that's kind of razor blade I am, because I just saw he's in the waiting room and he is the coolest dude in the room, H. Jack Williams. If you like Yellowstone, if you love the music you hear on Yellowstone, this is one of the key components right there. H. Jack Williams, how you doing, my friend?
Hey Devin, how you?
I'm doing great. I am doing so great. And you, Mr. Goat Man, have your own connection to agriculture. I didn't get any for some reason. I couldn't get my goat videos to download last night. But you have people can follow you and friend you on Facebook and Instagram and see some of your precious goat videos.
I sent you one. I sent you a link this morning to
Oh, that's
the
because
only
I
way
didn't.
that it's funny because I can take all the videos in the world out here and I can text them to somebody immediately, but to email them, you have to put them on your YouTube channel and then send a link. But I did send you a link to a pretty fun one this morning that I took last night of all the babies running around.
You know what I'm going to do after this show? I'm going to clip your video and I'm going to attach that video to it. So there you go. That's what I'm going to do
It's
because
fun. I
I've
think
got to.
you'd like it because it's all the babies. We've got a bunch of babies right now. I mean, ton of babies, and they're all just and it's unless you have goats, you can't imagine. It's just like the children's stories. They hop all over the place, and there's nothing cuter than seeing two or three babies hopping across the. They don't run. They actually hop and skip like little kids. It just makes you smile.
They do. I never knew until I somebody released goats into my care, into my sanctuary. They were two great big alpine goats. They're brothers that were raised bottle fed orphans in the house. They didn't stay in the house, but when they were babies, they
We've
did.
had them in the house before.
You have a house, yeah. There you
We've
go.
had
That's
them
what
in the house before.
uh-huh. When they're those babies and you're feeding them every 2 hours, you're not going back out to the barn every 2 hours. You got them inside on a bottle. But you know what? They're funny. They really are. I go, it's nature's antidepressant goats.
They're the best. I mean, I am, but they're also a huge amount of care. I mean, my wife will tell you that um, people that raise goats have learned really quick that goats they live to die. They'll find a way to get sick. They'll find a way to get hurt. They'll find a way to get die. And I've come home many times from trips and found baby goats in the bathroom and Kathy taking care of them because that was the only way to do it. So I mean, they're a handful.
They are a handful, and I always any kind of agriculture, any kind of farm animal, you wrap them in bubble wrap and duct tape, and they're gonna find a way to get hurt some way. They do. Well, let's move on to music and your connection with Yellowstone. Did you realize when you started writing that you would be part of a phenomenon when it comes to television? Television kind of was not exciting for a while. People weren't excited about anything. And then Yellowstone happened on a brand new streaming platform called Paramount, brand new network. And then it is taken off like nobody's business.
Yeah, I got lucky. I mean, I got lucky. I had a song in Yellowstone and in the early season, um and I think anybody that gets a song on that show can honestly say that they're lucky because um that their supervisor is inundated with songs, and everybody wants to write a song for Yellowstone, and it really comes down to like anything else. It comes down to you really can't write a song for Yellowstone. You just got to write a good song and 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 have an idea of what the show's about, of course. But
Mhm.
and then hope that it fits a scene. I mean, she had that song. We gave that song to her 2 years before at the beginning of season one, and she had that song for 2 years and finally found a place for it. And it was a great place for it. We got a lot of time for it, but it helps. What it does is, I honestly believe in and that the music supervisors of today, all across the board, not just Yellowstone, not Andrea. That's who does Yellowstone, but I think the music supervisors of you just said TV wasn't popular, but it is now, and I think that they're the A&R people of yesterday. You know, where all the A&R people used to go out.
Yes.
They find songs for their artists. Oh man, I've got a song for so and so. Well, now they find I got a great song for this show from this guy's record or this girl's record, and that'll help her become somebody in the business. And they really pride themselves on doing that. I really believe that.
And being an independent artist or being someone that doesn't have a lot of tentacles around it sometimes is very helpful to getting
That's
on
more
a
helpful.
show. Hmm.
That's more helpful. I mean, I still constantly watch webinars when I see music supervisors doing webinars, and I still do it just to see if I can pick up something new. And one thing I know that stays consistent is when every time they ask a music supervisor where do they go to find their music, and they go from one of these CDs on my desk or one of these indie artist projects that somebody has alerted me to, or I go on and I find a new artist. And if you listen to TV and watch TV and you
Hmm.
Shazam, 90% of the stuff that you hear out there on TV that's great is people that you've never heard of before. And that's
Hmm.
you rarely do you hear somebody and you go, well, that's Johnny Cash. I mean, or that's Led Zeppelin, or that's the Rolling Stones, because it's such a high dollar um, sync fee that they'd rather go find somebody else that they can pay a little less money for and get just the same results.
But then at the end of that day, they end up with a project of music they've discovered, and they can release that as a project, like Tales of Yellowstone. That wonderful compilation of great songs from the show is now out. It's available for streaming, and you're
Yeah,
on it. You've got four, I think, four songs on there.
yeah, I got four co-writes on there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I got.
congratulations. That's
Thank you,
great.
thank you. Yeah, I just think that the best part about writing for that kind of music is you can be really honest. You can get as honest as you want to get with your writing, and the more honest it is, the better they like it. The darker it is, the better they like it. You know, and simpler it is, the better they like it. So, it makes it really more fun because you can just write about anything really that's inside of you, and feel good about sending it to somebody, I think.
I agree with you. And you said something that is my cause celeb for everything. I work with a publishing company and as well, that's one of my side hustles. I love songwriters. I love discovering songs. I like writing, but I love discovering even more. So here's my thing is I tell everybody don't overproduce your music and put all this stuff. I said a guitar vocal sometimes will be easier to find a home for on television and film because it doesn't detract and distract from what's going on screen. And an interesting voice is paramount, no pun intended, to getting, I think, things synced. Because if when you see it, your voice makes me think movies. The way that you present things, it's very cinematic, the way that you present music. And we're going to hear your version of What a Wonderful World in just a bit. That's how we're going to end our show. But when it comes to an interesting voice, when you started doing music and stuff, have you found that people pay attention because your voice is so different than typical radio voices?
They either like it or they don't. It's cut and dry. I mean, they either go, "Man, I love your voice," or they walk away. I mean, it's one of my voice is one of those things, and yeah, it's not like I'm definitely not somebody like Jason Aldean that everybody loves his voice. I mean, they either like it or they don't. So you take your chances. But you either like Tom Waits or you didn't, or you either liked Leonard Cohen or you didn't. So I think
Amen.
it's all about that. It's all about having, and it is about unique. But I think unique along with sincerity and singing the song with feeling. And if you screw it up, you screw it up, but at least it sounds real, you know. And I think and you're right about you're so right about, I mean, I tell everybody this all the time, that I think more and more and more and more, you're finding that they're wanting simple, you know, just a guitar vocal, maybe with a little fiddle, maybe with a little mandolin, maybe with a stand-up bass, but not all that processed stuff. And that makes it easy for songwriters too, because they don't have to go out and spend $1,000 for a track. They can just do it at home and
Amen.
make it sound good.
They sure can. Well, I'm going to play your song, but I want to first, you've got a new video coming soon. You and your lovely wife went, I love the picture that you took of her and you said, you look beautiful in the California sunset. It was really sweet. But
Yeah,
you went out to California to do a new video.
yeah, I went out there and we shot a video off of one of the songs on the record called "One More Day" that Adam Box and Kevin Costner and I wrote, and Kevin also does it too. But we did this video, and that was one of the songs that Gary Rosington from Leonard Skinner played on, and he's given his permission to be in the video. And it's and Mark Gillard, who is just incredible director and editor, worked with Steven Spielberg, works with Kevin. He shot it, and it's going to be wonderful. It'll got another couple months or a month or so, and that'll be getting ready to come out.
Well, you've got to come back when that comes out. We're going to play our music segment today is all you, and we're going to play "What a Wonderful World." But tell me now, this is very cinematically done, and like you mentioned, your producer, also the producer for Brothers Osborne.
He's a drummer for Brothers Osborne.
Drummer for Brothers Osborne.
Adam Box.
Adam Box, and he's your producer, correct?
Yeah. We Anthem Entertainment, who I write for, they had an idea for me to cover that song for TV and film, and we did it. Adam came up with a really great vibe for it. We did it, and then right back when the election, just before the election, when they stormed the Capitol and did all that, Adam said, "You know what? We should do a video right now, and this is the perfect time to do." And so we did this video that picked up the state of the world, and then things kind of got smoothed out, and then I was just talking to my Gail Davison and Ben Jackson, my PR team, and I was just telling them the other day, I said, with the state of the world right now with this war, and I said it needs to get some more views. I said I think this video, while we're waiting for One More Day, I think this video is something that needs to be seen, because Adam's views on it was basically, it's a wonderful world. Really? Yeah, maybe not. As you go through the video, well, it is. No, yes, it is. It really is. And that's kind of the vibe of the whole thing. So it's very timely for what's going on today.
It is timely, and it makes you think. You're going to see a mini movie right now. And I want you to tell people, as we say goodbye to you, how can they find your music? Because it's so interesting.
hjackwilliamsmusic.com.
And that's the way. And I will say, go on and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because H. Jack Williams doesn't just do videos. These are cinema. Hey, it's H. Jack Williams.
H. Jack Williams.
Yeah, there we got it.
Cool.
Justin Kulik is he's on it. He's on it. There we go. hjackwilliamsmusic.com. Thank you so much. You have a great weekend.
Thank you for having me again. Thank you so much. I love being on your show, and check out that Go video. You'll love it.
I'm good. Well, right after this show, we're going to have the clip, and we'll put it on Main Street Nashville, our YouTube channel, complete with goats. Have a great weekend, Jack. Bye.
see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do. They're really saying I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Whew, that one brings me to tears. I mean, I literally, it's such a powerful video
Very well done.
that
Very,
it
very well
just
done.
it moves me absolutely to tears. And we've been through a lot, and you look at that video and you realize how resilient the human spirit is. And I love that he ended with that verse from Ephesians. That
There's all the goats. There's a lot of the babies right there. The pony, the cows, the horse. There they go, tearing around. Crazy nuts.